medical precision from anywhere. Introducing Cardia Mobile 6L, the FDA-cleared personal EKG that provides more in-depth heart data than any smartwatch. Learn more at cardia.com.
Colbert's got Mark Wahlberg plus Lily Gladstone tonight on CBS.
This cop's father killed my son. Now he's wearing the same blue we do.
Am I terminated or not?
I'm supposed to know what you should do.
Well, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, and that tree is poison.
We're chained to this thing together.
A new Blue Bloods next Friday on CBS and streaming on Paramount+.
Changes. We're back to winter weather again. I'll break down the snow and wind timings plus temp drops live from downtown Marquette. It's your 19 News.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Mitchell Reif. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, celebrating all things good. It's Spread Goodness Day. We'll show you how students at Marquette Elementary School are sharing the love for their community today. And we'll show you how bank employees in Iron Mountain gifted others with a sweet surprise for Spread Goodness Day. And the first woman with a seat in Michigan's House of Representatives. Her story in just a few minutes. Your 19 News at 11 starts right now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 11.
In your first warning weather forecast, Ariane, we've had cold temps and now I'm hearing snow might be on the way.
Yes, we'll probably be seeing that later on, I should say tomorrow more likely, but Escanaba could be seeing some flakes floating around there right now. Those temperatures around 32 and those yellow bars mean possibility of that precipitation moving in. As we take a look at current conditions, here are those flakes right off Lake Michigan, but a lot of activity for the eastern corner of the UP, and those lows tonight, chilly, 15 to 30 degrees. We also have those winds picking up speeds and temperatures right now in that 15 to 25 degree range there. But I'll go over all of these details, including that snowfall that you mentioned, after the break, Mitch.
Thank you very much, Ariane. A Parentville woman has died in a head-on crash Friday morning in Menominee County. The Menominee County Sheriff's Office says deputies were called to US 241 and County Road 400 around 8:20 a.m. for a two-vehicle crash. A 58-year-old woman was pronounced dead at the scene. Additional occupants from both vehicles were transported to the hospital for undisclosed injuries. The crash remains under investigation. Anyone with information related to the crash is encouraged to contact the Sheriff's Office at 906-863-4441 or through the Crime Stoppers in Marionette and Menominee County's Facebook page or the Crime Stoppers mobile app. And this is home. An elementary school in Marquette is using this Spread Goodness Day, to spread a little goodness in and outside the classroom. WZMQ's Samuel McKnight talked to students and the teachers who set their sights on bringing kindness to their community.
The students of Superior Hills Elementary School have a special tradition for their Spread Goodness Day every year.
We get to go walk up to houses and put them on people's door, and it just makes people feel good.
They decorate door hangers with pictures and encouraging messages. Then they walk through their neighborhood and leave their handmade surprises on door handles and in mailboxes.
There's goodness going on in our classrooms day in and day out here at Superior Hills. And this day gives us a chance to spread that out into the community.
Even though getting the kind message out to the whole neighborhood can be quite a walk, the kids say they enjoy every minute of it.
I love decorating the door hangers. Make sure people know that they're enough and that they're important.
The tradition is focused on kids and the community, but the teachers say they have just as much fun as their students.
They just get to see what kindness in action looks like, and that's really cool as a teacher to get to see your students pass that on.
For the students and teachers, the hope is that the goodness they bring will spread into not just their school, but their whole community.
It just spreads the goodness around the town and stuff.
Samuel McKnight, WZMQ 19 News, Marquette.
For the 7th year in a row, Iron Mountain's First National Bank is spreading goodness across the town. WZMQ's Iron Mountain Bureau reporter Amy Doyle was behind the scenes catching all the smiles.
Woodland Elementary School and Freeman Nursing Home were just 2 stops the First National Bank and Trust made for Spread Goodness Day. Bank staff have been all over Dickinson, Iron, and Menominee counties. Overall, First National Bank is spreading goodness at 15 nursing homes and 11 local schools.
Hi, it's Jean and Tanya from First National Bank with some cake to bring in. Okay.
I'm hoping that people in the community see that just doing one small thing helps the next person, and it just grows. I mean, I'm hoping next year maybe there's more businesses that do this, not just us, and it just grows and gets bigger in each of the communities. And hopefully it spreads throughout the UP too.
Freeman Nursing Home and Rehab staff say they enjoy donating blankets and linens to local animal shelters and ringing bells for Salvation Army. But 3 directors at the nursing home are already feeling inspired for next year's Spread Goodness Day.
Are you guys feeling inspired by Spread Goodness Day?
Yes, this is fantastic. Yeah. We're definitely going to put this on our calendar for next year, and we will definitely be doing something for another place that could use a good smile.
Meanwhile, the assistant principal at Woodland Elementary says the school connects with the Spread Goodness mission through a new positive behavioral technique that staff and students have been implementing. Children as young as kindergarten know the behavior acronym called DRIVE.
What we're doing at our school right now is we're on our 2nd year now of a positive behavior support system. We're focusing on proactive and teaching lessons. If you look around this school, we have posters up that kids made, specifically how to be kind to each other. I really love that we're seeing that shift now.
First National Bank prioritizes year-round goodness, backing community efforts like Stomp the Snow for local nonprofits and the Teddy Bear Toss for children in crisis. Amy Doyle, WZMQ 19 News, Iron Mountain.
For International Women's Day, we're highlighting a lawmaker from the UP who was the first woman to hold a seat in the Michigan House of Representatives. Our Michigan Capitol correspondent Sophia Murphy spoke with Capitol historians about the life of Cora Reynolds Anderson and the work she did for the UP.
Cora Belle Reynolds was born on April 10, 1882 in Lons, Michigan. She would grow up to be the first woman and identified Native American to serve in Michigan's State House of Representatives.
We know she was unusual right from the start because she pursued higher education as well.
Reynolds Anderson attended the Haskell Indian Institute in Lawrence, Kansas, where she earned a degree in education and returned to Lons to teach.
Documents from her time period show her as a member of what was then identified as the Chippewa tribe.
Anderson and her husband were both active members of their communities. The two ran the Thomas Inn for some time and later became involved in the Prohibition movement. By the time she ran for office, Anderson was already well known in her community as an educator and a health advocate.
Well, you can see when she first arrives in Lansing in 1925, ready to be sworn in the House, everybody is watching her.
She represented what was known as the Iron District of Baraga, Iron, Keweenaw, and Ontonagon counties. While in office, Anderson was appointed the chair of the committee overseeing the Industrial Home for Girls and sat on committees for agriculture, insurance, and the Northern State Normal School, now known as Northern Michigan University. Anderson worked to expand higher ed in the UP, wrote and passed legislation to strengthen tribal fishing rights, and established the first visiting nurse service in Baraga County. Anderson then attempted to run again in 1926 and was unsuccessful because of redistricting in her area.
I will say she did not go home and feel sorry for herself. She went home and kept working for her community as she had always done.
Anderson passed away at 68. She has since been honored by the Michigan Women's Hall of Fame, and the House office building in Lansing has been dedicated to and named after her. From Michigan's capital, Sophia Murphy, WZMQ 19 News.
Your first warning weather forecast is coming up after the break, as well as students who are geared up for the weekend of robotics. Learn more about the first robotics district competition coming to Escanaba. Plus, the Home Builder Show has returned to Marquette. We'll take a look at what's being showcased at the Superior Dome all weekend long. We'll be right back right after this.
19 News is brought to you by Kirkish Furniture.
The wait is over. England Furniture's quick shipping is back at Kirkish Furniture. Choose your style and fabric and receive your furniture in as little as 30 days. Browse our in-stock selection or let our staff help you customize the perfect sofa or chair. Plus, 1 year free financing and free delivery.
Who will be there when the final whistle blows or the final votes have been cast? Will you? Start a career in the broadcasting industry.
be there. Go to BeThereMichigan.com.
John's Auto is quickly becoming everybody's favorite place to get their car fixed.
That's because at John's Auto, communication is the key to service.
When we have your car, you can expect to be updated on what's going on.
And Craig here will explain repairs in terms I even understand, and I'm only 9.
For a better service experience, come to John's Auto Marquette.
And don't forget, we're still your #1 source for a pre-owned vehicle in Marquette County.
John's Auto Marquette.
On the Jennifer Hudson Show, Walter is about to fence with a junior champion. What's the first thing Walter should learn?
How to wipe away his tears.
Then toss those old hair tools.
Honey, they need a funeral service.
Plus, lasso lessons with James Pickens Jr.
Get it up here.
The Jennifer Hudson Show, Monday at 5 on WZMQ TV CBS, followed by 19 News at 6.
Tune in with me for some classical classics.
Kill the rabbit. Tune in with me, weekdays at 7 on MeTV 19.1.
I'm Rachel Knapp. Watch my reports live from Washington, only on 19 News.
Now, WZMQ 19 News First Warning Weather with Ariane Stasek.
We've got a green mitten and some snow taking over the Upper Peninsula the past couple of hours. Taking a look at current conditions with the radar, a lot of that snow falling over in the far eastern corner of the UP, and that's pretty much going to be continuing into our weekend. The east portion of Lake Superior under a gale warning that starts in the afternoon on Saturday, continuing into Sunday. Gale watch down here on Lake Michigan that starts early Sunday morning, continuing into Sunday afternoon. And then looking at our lows across the board here, about 15 to 30 degrees. A little bit warmer over here in Munising and Newberry. Not super surprised with that, as there's a lot more cloud coverage and those snowflakes are flying. Taking a look at Saturday, all weekend we're going to have very cold temperatures. Our highs about 25 to 35 on Saturday. A little bump up on our Sunday, close to about 45 degrees possibly. And that lake effect snow on our Saturday, we'll see a little bit of it on Sunday morning, but most of that's going to be again along that Superior coastline, especially in the eastern portions there. And those gusts still fairly gusty on Saturday and Sunday. We will eventually see them slow down, but take a look at this very bright map as we get into that Saturday. Gusty peak time around 6 o'clock for Marquette, 41 miles an hour. And then check out this rainbow of colors on Sunday before it slowly goes away in the early evening hours, and then eventually getting back to normal gusty situations. All right, Saturday morning, here's that lake effect snow showers. Maybe some over there on the nose of the UP, but basically Munising all the way to Sault Ste. Marie, seeing a lot more activity, and especially Newberry there. Then we'll have mostly sunny skies eventually on that Sunday, and mostly clear for the evening. Okay, taking a look in the morning and afternoon. By the afternoon, maybe half an inch here in Marquette and Lawrence, maybe 1.5 inches for Munising, and then we'll climb up just a little bit more than that. A change from what we saw during the 6 o'clock, which is no surprise because the weather is a constantly changing faction, right? All right, Saturday, taking a look at Munising and Newberry, those temperatures are going to be fairly similar, about 33, that high for the day in the morning around 11 before we drop down to close to 30, 29, 28 degrees by 3 p.m. So make sure you bundle up if you are headed outdoors. And then Eagle Harbor will see a high of about 31 on Saturday. Sunday, a little bit warmer, and then those gusts, of course, continuing for everybody coming out of the north and northwest. Taking a quick preview of what's ahead next week. Our warmest days, the very beginning of the week. Tuesday, very sunny and warm, or excuse me, very warm. And then we've got some rain showers moving in that later on in the week on Thursday. Taking a quick look at our 7-day outlook for Marquette. Remember, everybody, spring ahead is happening on Sunday. Set those clocks ahead 1 hour.
Thank you very much, Ariane. The Pine Mountain Ski Resort is hosting its annual Cardboard Classics and King and Queen of the Mountain events on the same day. That's tomorrow. Cardboard Classic racers that are going to be sliding down the hill at 10 a.m. Central. Kids will craft and decorate their own sleds competing for prizes. At 1 p.m., the King and Queen of the Mountain kicks off with participants racing down the hill with a cup of beer or root beer. There are 2 brackets, 21 and up and 20 and under, The fastest racers with the most liquid in their cups gets their name on this year's trophy and a season ski pass.
Enjoy the weather. It's actually should be pretty good skiing conditions. We're supposed to get a pretty good drop down in temp. We've been in the 50s like every single day this last week. We should get a little bit of snow, hopefully no rain. We're supposed to be, I think, in the 30s tomorrow, which is probably going to create pretty good conditions for what's left out there.
Registration for both events will run up until the start time, so you do have a little bit to register still. This week, students from around the UP travel to Delta County to show off their robotic skills. WZMQ's Escanaba Bureau reporter Lily Simmons has this story.
I think the most challenging part of robotics is just trying to get everything to work all together, because there's a whole mechanical side of it and there's a whole electronical side of it.
Escanaba's RoboMos are one of 39 teams competing in the first robotics district competition.
These teams work together to design a robot, program the robot, get it lined up electrically.
Teams vary in size, with established teams competing alongside newcomers. Each team has one or more mentors to guide them from the design to the big game.
A mentor can be any engineer or electrical person, people's parents, and they really work hand in hand with each team member. So the actual learning that goes on is extremely valuable.
This year's competition is music themed. Each robot's objective is to get the music note into the amp or speaker.
When we have the notes picked up, and then we'll shoot it slowly, this will pick up and then we'll shoot it into the amp. And then we have a different feature that will shoot it into the speaker.
On Saturday, the top 8 teams will pick 2 others to compete on their alliance teams in the championship matches.
We have to go to 2 district events, and the combination of points comes together, and they take the top 40 for the states.
Win or lose, students say robotics is a fun challenge, and for many, an opportunity to get a head start on their future careers.
I enjoy the competitions. I enjoy building the robot. It teaches me good skills about using my hands, stuff like that.
Knowing wires and programming can help you get into a better college, help you get a better job than you expected you to be able to get.
Lily Simmons, WZMQ 19 News, Escanaba.
And state legislators also gathered in Escanaba today for a legislative luncheon at Bay College. President Dr. Nirita Hughes and other Bay administrators met with the state senator Ed McBroom, Representative Jen Hill, Dave Preston, and Greg Markinen, as well as representatives from Senator Gary Peters and Debbie Stabenow's office. They discussed legislative priorities for community colleges, as well as Bay's goal of constructing additional dorms, as the college currently uses a nearby hotel for overflow housing.
Now we have about 17. We had to increase it. So imagine, you went off to college and you were excited about dorms, and then you learn, oh, wait a minute, I'm going to be in a hotel. We know that if we want to grow our enrollment, then we're going to have to also look at growing housing.
Dr. Hughes and legislators also discussed Governor Whitmer's free community college proposal and building improvements that Bay hopes to implement. And contractors and small businesses from around the UP are back at the Superior Dome for the annual Home Builder Show. This is over 200 booths that are going to be filling the Superior Dome for this weekend's annual Home Builder Show. The event highlights a wide array of industries supported in the UP, from installation companies, construction companies, to showcasing new boat docks and even power sports. Organizers say last year they had over 4,000 people step through the doors, giving vendors a real boost in clientele.
A great chance for builders, home improvement places to be able to get out and showcase everything that they have to be able to do, and we're fortunate to do it. And I think Sarah Foster does an amazing job of getting everybody in here, getting this place filled up to show it to all the community members.
By the end of this weekend, one booth is going to be given the Best in Show award and even a free slot in next year's event. Your 19 News Sports is on the way next. We have the highlights from Michigan Tech's hockey game as they took on Bowling Green State University. We'll be right back right after this.
My name's Douglas Hill, and I've been working at
Goodwill a little over 14 years now. Goodwill is a place to give people opportunities, especially if they have a disability. You know, it's good to be around people, and the fact that I know that I'm not alone, it's actually changed my life for better. I would just love to say thanks for giving me the opportunity, and that I love working with the people. You know, we joke around, we have a good time, and work gets done.
Supporting Goodwill helps give our clients fuller lives.
The Late Show.
If there are any fans of stupidity and corruption out there, you have joined us on the right night.
Weeknights on CBS.
Yes, we're on thin ice. And everything is going up in smoke. Still, some are adding fuel to the fire, while the rest of us see the troubled waters rising. Our planet is under the weather. But when the going gets tough, the tough get, well, you know. Because in the heat of this moment, we're not about to lose our cool. Love it or lose it.
Mike Baxter, Pioneer.
Dad, how do you kill an elk?
Wait outside the lodge until last call, then hit it with a tire iron.
And legend.
I have a 60-year-old truck and a 30-year-old marriage. You should be happy that I am stuck in my old ways.
I do love that truck.
No wonder he's the last man standing.
Good evening, everyone. The Michigan Tech Huskies earned first-round home ice advantage in the Central Collegiate Hockey Association playoffs. Joe Shawn's team looked pretty sharp in Game 1 of the best-of-3 series against Bowling Green. It was a rather quiet start until Captain Logan Pietro says, "Oh, let's just throw the puck on the goaltender." Yep, bounced into the net. Good start. 1-0 Tech with about 8 to play in the first. Isaac Gordon made it 2-0. We move ahead to Henry Bartle, putting his first goal into the net, a 3-0 lead for Tech. Just under 7 minutes to play in the second. Blake Pietla looking good in net once again tonight, had 21 saves in the contest. Oh, the extracurriculars were getting a little fun. Bowling Green has not played well the last 5 games. Frustration is showing. Rylan Mosley will rip this one off the face-off, and that one's good. 4-0, less than a minute into the third. A 5-0 win for Tech, and Coach Joe Shawn calm but pleased.
I thought we defended well. I thought Blake made the saves when he had to, especially when the game was still tight. So full credit to our players for the performance tonight. But now that one's gone. It's playoffs now, and it's it's hard putting a team away, ending a team season. So I thought that Bowling Green played hard. And we know that they'll play extremely well and bounce back tomorrow.
Face-off tomorrow night is set for 6:07 p.m. at the McGinnis Student Ice Arena. To the scoreboard, Minnesota State gets a couple of goals and makes them stand up, defeating NMU 2-1. Elsewhere, Lake Superior State with the upset of the night, taking care of St. Thomas 4-1. And Bemidji State gets the lucky Civil Ward. They scored in the last minute of regulation and the first minute of overtime to edge Ferris State 5-4. High school hockey today, the Division III semifinal down in Plymouth. Houghton threw a lot of pucks on net, but none of them went in. 24-3-2, their season is over. Cranbrook Kingswood won this one 5-0. Turning to girls high school basketball district finals, let's go to Baraga, where it was a very nice crowd for the Vikings hosting Ishpeming. Janessa Eagle to Maya Hemmer, and it's a 4-0 lead after a steal and bucket off the inbound. Then for Baraga, Mia Coronado, the baseline drive. She misses, but she knew that ahead of time, puts it back up and in. Trailing 4-2, Vikings are on the board. Addison Morton to Jenna Mackey. Her outside shot is off, but there's Maya Hemmer, because she's like 5 inches at least taller than everybody else in the court practically. She made another basket to be 8-2. She had 16 points. Then Addison Morton for three. Ishpeming's in good shape right now, 11-2, and the Vikings were stuck on two for more than 3.5 minutes. Jenna Mackey, Peyton Kakari for three, 16-3, blue and white. Kakari had 10. Sophomore Kara Roberts, season opening for Baraga, flips that one up, gets a nice bounce. But Ishpeming was getting scoring from a lot of people. This time it's Peyton Manninen. Sets her feet, lets it fly for three. Barraga's McKenna Hendrickson had a putback just before the buzzer, but just like Wednesday night against Lance, Ishpeming had a 21-7 lead after 8 minutes. Barrett gets an early hoop in the second. McKenna Hendrickson to Kinsey Joffinson. Baseline floater is good, but the Vikings could not slow down the Hematites. Ishpeming wins this district title 63-31, and we'll tell you who the Hematites play in a minute. We'll let Coach's daughter take the trophy, and then she says, should I really give it to him? They just steal it from her anyway. Okay, let's go farther to the north, or further north if you prefer. Hancock and Lakeland and Hubble off the miss. Kayla Peeney, nice pass to Taylor Clements, who puts it up and in. 15-11 Lakes late in the second quarter. Hancock not ready to give up though. Cadence Kilpala gets that one for three, and the Bulldogs are down by one. Lakes keep the pressure on. Emily Jokala, the school's all-time leading scorer with the left hand. Yes, and the foul. She'll make the free throw. 17-14, just under 4 to play in the half. Then Jokala stays hot, flying that one in from the outside. Lakes up by a touchdown. Hancock gets it right back though. Senior Lana Aho gets the pass, pulls it up for three, and that will be good as well. This one tight pretty much all the way. Lakeland and Hubble wins this district title 49-43. To the scoreboard, where, as Desi Arnaz used to say, we have some splaining to do. That's not the page I want first, though, so if we can get the Uintral Creek Ironwood score up there, that would be helpful. Uintral Creek defeated Ironwood 52-42. It'll be Uintral Creek and Lakeland and Hubble playing Monday, regional semifinal at Houghton. Kearney Nato gets past Norway 53-46, so Kearney Nato will take on Ishpeming Monday at Kingsford. Elsewhere, Bailey Corcoran had 21 points, Emmy Crisp 17. She recently went over the 1,000-point mark. And Munising eliminates Newberry 47-40. Brimley downs Maplewood Baptist 46-39, so the two winners will play at Brimley in a regional semifinal on Monday. Elsewhere, it was a good night for St. Ignace, rolling past Mackinac City 74-33. Inland Lakes takes care of Onaway by 8. The two winners play at Harbor Lake Christian for a regional semifinal on Monday. To Division 3, Park River Harris at Harbor Springs. Kind of a road trip is this for a district final? Outside of that, Marquette has that all the time, I know. Okay, Marley Richardson connects on 3. Rams up by 5 in the first quarter. Mackenzie Hoffmeyer knocks that one down quite nicely, thank you. And the Broncos are back within 2. End of 1 to the second. Steffi Ruskovitz with a steal at midcourt. She puts that one up and in. The other way, though, for the Broncos, Lauren Sawada. Nice rotation and splash there. Harbor Springs' turn. Olivia Flynn was the big battler of the night. Gets that one to go. She had 26. And even though Hope Veroni would score here and tie the game at 22, it was Harbor Springs taking this one 47-39. And Harbor Springs will take on West Iron County in the district final. Scoreboard, please. Thank you. Danica Shamian had 20. Whitecons over Westwood 59-53. Lexi Olsen at 26 for the Patriots. Division 2, Nagani, a couple of football scores here. 38-21 over the Sioux. Petoskey 31-27 over Kingsley. Winners meet Monday in a regional semifinal at Manistee. Quickly, Bay College men, great upset of Henry Ford, 82-67 in the regional. In Flint, they will play in the championship of that regional on Sunday, and we will be right back.
Shop our huge selection of Amish crafted dining room sets at Kirkish Furniture in Houghton. Browse our large in-stock collection and customize with a special order with 1-year no-interest financing available, plus free delivery. Shop Kirkish Furniture today.
They prepare, they compete. They are our sons and daughters, our neighbors, our teams. One person has covered their celebrations, victories, and determination for more than 3 decades. One man, uniquely qualified to share their stories. And now, he has a new home. Join us and welcome Mike Ludlam to the UP's Best News Team. Mike Ludlam with sports. exclusively on WZMQ 19 News.
Do you wonder if you can predict winning, missing, and lottery numbers by knowing which numbers were drawn before? That's actually a myth. Truth is, no matter how many times the number has been drawn before, it has an equal chance of being drawn again. There's no way to know. So, know the facts. If it stops being a game, call the helpline or visit our website. Knowing your limits is always the best bet.
This is home. It's our town, it's our song. This is home. This is where we belong. Whoa, this is home. Yeah, this is home.
Saturday night at 6 on MeTV 19.1.
Well, friends, our temperatures are starting to drop. We will expect them a little bit chilly on Saturday in that 30-degree range, maybe close to 40 for Menominee, and there you go, Mitchell. All right, happy Mario Day. This is on Sunday, which is also Spring Forward Day. Mario's here to remind us. And just a reminder, MAR, March, and the IO looks like a 10. I'm just telling you what I've been told. We will expect gradual sunshine on that Sunday. And taking a quick look ahead at what to do next week, dining outside, your best days are going to be the beginning of the week, especially on Tuesday when we'll have warm temperatures. And then eat pie on that Thursday because it is Pie Day. And if you like to jump in the puddles, make sure you get out there on Thursday and Friday. All right, lunch here in Marquette around 1 p.m. We'll expect a temperature of about 49 degrees, mostly sunny skies. It is restaurant week here in downtown Marquette next week. And taking a quick look at the 7-day for Escanaba, gusts until Monday.
Lastly tonight, an Ishpeming Counseling Studio is celebrating its first year of business and its first conference. The women of A Pyre Life Studio in Ishpeming held a commemorative ribbon cutting today to celebrate how far they've come in their first year. The ribbon cutting was at the end of the first day of A Pyre's 3-day-long Empower Women's Conference. A Pyre's owner says today's ribbon cutting and conference is just the beginning.
A wonderful beginning. This is our first year, our stake in the ground, our housewarming, so to speak. And it's really beautiful to see people already having conversations about what they want to do more of, and old friends seeing each other, new ones being made.
The first day of the conference had about 20 attendees, but organizers say they anticipate twice that many tomorrow for their main stage event. And that's all the time we have for tonight. We'll see you right back here Monday.
Here's your WZMQ CBS This is Home Community Calendar.